Welcome back to the party. Normally, I wouldn't say welcome back, but let's be real. It's the same couple of people that keep coming back to the live stream, so I welcome them back. I used to say that, I think in my very first YouTube video I ever uploaded. I was like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What do you mean, welcome back? No one's ever been here before. Anyhow, still browsing games. I know I'm on my PS5 screen there. Hello, Quinny B. How's it going? How are you doing? Let me switch it up. Not that there's much more exciting going on this screen. Hello, Milkshake. I think I'm going to stop stressing out sometimes about what games am I going to play. Sometimes I just want to talk, shoot the shit, see what people are up to. Not just talk video games. I mean, it's predominantly video games, but I'm kind of thinking I want to break the mold a little bit. It might divide the viewer base a little bit, and I'll kind of dynamically adjust to it as we go. But I'm starting to think, because I can't contain myself, I can't help it. And I think, depending on how it goes, if the streams ever do grow, which so far they haven't, but let's pretend they could, I just want to be able to talk about whatever. I don't care if it's the Capitol Hill invasion by the pro-Trump supporters or anything else that's going on around the world, if there's anything. Anything. I am sick and tired of this taboo bullshit. Stick to gaming, bruh. No, don't slang a slang. Bro is bad enough. You don't want to slang a slang. I just want to be able to talk about whatever the fuck I want. And if someone's got something on their mind, I'm tired of this whole oh, is he going to talk about that thing? It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? I don't have a one-track mind. I don't just like video games, right? I like a lot of other shit. And I think most gamers only stick to gaming because the moment they start going, screw you, Trump, whang, half their viewer base is out the window. They had 5,000 people in their live stream. Now they're down to 2,000. You know what I mean? And I think that's why a lot of people do that. They're saving face. But me, from the beginning, I've been like, screw him. You know what I mean? What am I going to divide 3 into? 3 is an odd number. There's not even a half of 3. You can't have 1.5 people in the stream. You see what I'm saying? So I'm safe. Well, I'm glad you feel good. Now, if only I could find another couple of hundred people that feel the same way you do. There is 7 billion motherfuckers in this world that we inhabit. There's got to be a couple more. You know what I mean? It's all about being found. But I think I'm going to start doing that. Hello, Sakurai. I think I'm going to start doing that. Remember, I'm going to say it again now that there's we lost someone. There's 3 or 4 people in here. And I am going to play a game. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm going to stop stressing out about the game. If I title my stream accordingly, that it's just a live stream, and I put in the title chatting and browsing new games, and someone comes in and goes, oh, I thought there was going to be a game, right? I can laugh at them and kick them out. Because the title says it all. This way, I don't have to feel bad. Anyways. Oh, I got another Chinese skull that came to me. Well, I got a few of them. I don't know if I showed you folks this. This is real green jade. This came in a couple of days ago. A real jade crystal shaped like a skull. Very high quality. I gotta look at my camera to make sure you can actually see it. It's like anatomically, symmetrically perfect. Look at this big fat whopper I just got today. Behold, I present to you the somewhat rare white jade crystal skull. Look at how beautifully symmetrical that bad boy is. It would help if I took my finger out of his mouth. But see what I'm saying? Sometimes they're not perfect. You know what I mean? Sometimes they have like little well, they're not little faults. They're working with like the jade. Sometimes they have like a little gouge in them. Sometimes they have like a little bit of browning, or it looks like there's like little inclusions in them. That's actually just a part of the crystal, right? So this one's a big fat whopping bad boy right there. It's from the Tiananmen Square massacre. Oh fuck, man. She's trying to insinuate that these are real people's skulls that I'm collecting. Here I was making fun of Logan Paul recording people, that had died hanging in trees. Meanwhile, here I am supposedly with. No, obviously these aren't people's skulls now. But yeah. No, it's so awesome because it's also the craftsmanship. Like this is all done by hand, right? Now I'll show you another one. I know I've done this before, and I'm almost done. I've already shown you this one. This I think is still my biggest one to date. But you'll see how it's not like perfectly symmetrically perfect. That's how most of my skulls are. This is a citron quartz crystal mixed in with some smoky quartz. Hello, Alexi. Slick and smooth. See what I mean? Like it's not super perfectly. That's it. That is just it right there. Anyhow, I love all these things. They're pretty cool. Aleski Polinsky. Polini. Aleski Panini. I do. You were that annoying shitface that came in my stream. Of course I remember you. But if you keep going hi, please, hi, I will kick you out because I'm a fucking asshole like that. I'm a guy with 3 people in a live stream, but I will talk a big game like I'm some big shot with 50,000 concurrent viewers in his live stream, and I'll just start YouTube live streaming, assassinating people's characters out of the live stream like I'm some big shot. I will bring my ass down to no viewers in a live stream if I have to. Because first and foremost, I'm already used to talking to myself and playing video games by myself without anybody around listening or watching. As soon as I have one person, according to Sakurai, I already have people watching me in spirit form. So I already got like a bunch of people watching me. Always remember that. Never think for a moment that I'm desperate for extra viewers in the stream. I'm not. If people are annoying, they don't even have to be a troll. They could just get on my fucking nerves. Aladdin! Vamos! They're out. That's all I'm saying. That was your brother. That's convenient. But you said, though, do you remember me? And I might not be Dr. Phil, but my name is Phil and we're both bald. But just in how you speak, how you type, I can feel it. I can sense the vibe. I don't think that was your brother. Because you were complimenting me, but you were also insulting me at the same time. And you were very much repeating yourself a lot, which is the same thing you're doing. But that's okay. You haven't done anything yet. But I will bring this bitch down to 1 concurrent viewer if I have to. That's all I'm saying. Can I have decadely pay? Sure. I know, it's pretty convenient, isn't it? Oh, I'm Mr. Clean. I'm Agent 47. I'm a lot of people. Right. Well, here's the thing. I'm all about benefit of the doubt. That's what I do. So far, you haven't done anything too annoying. But I'm just being honest. How many YouTubers, seriously, tell me this right now. How many YouTubers out there can be honest and just be like, you know what? I just don't like you. Out. Who does that? Most people pawn all that shit off to their moderators to take care of it, and then the YouTuber to try to save face and look like a nice guy. They don't say anything and they just carry on like they saw nothing. Oh no, I saw something. If I'm annoyed like those people that used to come in and, hey Jim, I think I'm stuck under the bed. What? Like they were just being stupid. Remember that? And I was just like, you know what? I looked right into the camera and I said, I'm going to ban you because you're just fucking annoying. Out. Out you go. No one does that. Mr. Phil Sage for. Does that mean I'm poor quality? No, I'm just kidding. There's some good shit from China. I hate when people always assume it's bad stuff. New Nintendo Switch coming. I think I heard something about that. Okay, down to business. Oh my god, I've been rambling on for 12 minutes and I haven't done anything yet. Let's try to get down to business on the serious side of things. Is that Anthony or another? No, that's not that Anthony. Anthony Tuceri. Tuceri. Remember him? Anthony Tuceri. He would always ask me about the, you know what I'm saying? I think I've had too much caffeine today. He's back, but you know what? I respect him. Remember how I originally banned Anthony? I won't say why. He was a goddamn pervert. But he came back, and since he apologized, he's just been normal. It's just been like, you know what I mean? I like that, right? No one's perfect. So he is back, but this Anthony here is another Anthony. Anthony Powell is not the pervert. Oh, there's a money icon at the bottom. Okay. So on to business. Does anybody play Grim Dawn? So I'm going to go through some games because I'm sure people don't want to just hear me talk all day. Yeah, but I don't call them that though anymore because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to make them look bad. It's like I already, you know what I mean, said my piece to him. I took care of it. He came back and it's like a completely different person. You know what I mean? Once there was something in a live stream and he made a joke out of it and I knew it was a joke and I was like, "Oh, that was pretty good." But no, he's been good. It's been cool. No, he's got a lot of interests that him and I share. He's a pretty nice guy and he's been consistent. You know what I mean? So, I'm all about second chances, which is another reason why in a way I don't kind of like permanently banning people. It really depends on what they say and what they do. That can be permanent. What the fuck is that game? Hey, simmer down, cowboy. Oh, Grim Dawn is an ARPG. It's kind of like a Diablo 3 game. So real quick, there's 7 people before I lose everybody and it goes down back to 1. Does anybody play Grim Dawn? Does anybody play State of Decay 2? Does anybody play The Hunter, Call of the Wild on Steam? Does anybody play Diablo 3 on PS4/PS5? I'm trying to potentially sometimes do a little bit of a co-op thingamathing with people in the stream. You know, the whole 2 people that come in to hang out. Ah! Busted! Busted! He's at it again. It's got to be him. Remember? He was calling me a bitch. And I was like, you can't even type properly. And then he was like, you're like 39 years old. And yeah, that's it. He's gone. That's gonna be. I've got the gavel. I've got the big skull gavel. Order in the court. That is the final warning. And I knew it. I knew it. I have the wisdom from the crystal skulls. I have the wisdom. I knew it wasn't his brother. He was full of shit. He's got more shit than a constipated bull. Don't ask me what that meant. I just know what I meant. I knew it was him. And then he slipped the way he says the word bitch. And he leaves out the T. Yeah, it's not his brother. It's him. I knew it. I'm not fucking stupid. But that will be the final warning. Actually, you know what? I'm feeling like a dictator. He's banned. Vamos! Hey! How dare you override my authority? I see what you did there. You wanted to have the last say. Order in the court. You're confused. So Aleski Punani, whatever his fucking name is, came in yesterday and he was trolling. He was nice. He was rude. He was saying that I have a nice, soothing ASMR voice that made him feel very aroused. And then he began to insult me. So I laid down the law, took him out. He came back, same picture, different name, never would have known, but he's a stupid fuck. Just like this jabroni right here. You know what? Let's get into this. I'm sick and tired of always having to play Mr. Nice Guy. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some real fun here. Let's get into it. Invasion Hill, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into this. You know who this guy reminds me of? Aleski Punani Pinsanini, whatever the fuck his name is. Oh yeah, real tough guy. Oh, look at me. Yeah, okay. These are all the dingleberry shit stains that invaded Capitol Hill. That's one of the girls that died. I think she fell from the balcony, like from way up, and it got trampled. It's sad, but it's hard to have a heart for people that are so stupid, that they're just so dumb. And no, I'm not doing this the whole stream. I am going to be getting into a game. But I want to talk about this because this guy reminded me of someone. Right there. There's the money shot right there. How much of a fucking loser you gotta be. Look at that. This guy is known as the baked Alaskan fucking mega shaman. Just like a real wackadoo. This guy is so fucked in the skull, he makes me look completely sane. And sound like a monk. And I can promise you, I'm crazier than he is. The difference is I'm not a stupid motherfucker like he is. Look at this jabroni right here. We're going to get into that in a moment. That's it. Yeah, this guy's considered a shaman. He's a real, like... Yeah, let's not get into the oven thing. Remember what I said? There's certain things I just have to, like, let's just not go there because it's starting to, you know what I mean? This dude right here, who wants to laugh with me? Let's zoom into this dipshit. No, we can't. Anyways, this guy right here, do you know what this is around his neck? It's his tag. It's his lapel tag for his work. People zoomed in on his tag. And then they called his boss and they're like, have you seen your boy at Capitol Hill running around with some fucking voodoo bull, half-naked MAGA shaman? And then they saw him live on TV and he's like, I'm just peacefully protesting the illegal votes. And then they got canned right away. See, I like talking about stuff like this sometimes for a little bit because this is huge. This is unprecedented. None of these people clearly have ever heard of a razor. I would never fit in with MAGA. There's too much fucking hair. It would never work. Anyways, there's a guy. I've talked about him a lot. Rich from Review Tech USA. He's 39 years old. I'm 42. We're both bald. We both wear glasses when we're streaming. He's successful. I'm not. Unfortunately, that's where the comparisons, the similarities end. He lost over 3,000 followers. 3,000 people. 3,000 in one day. Because my man, Rich from Review Tech USA, simply said, because he's from the US, this is like a huge thing. This is almost to me, even though it is political, because it's got like Trump as my president and all that, in a weird kind of way, it doesn't have to be political, because you don't have to necessarily be all like, oh, screw Trump, I'm pro Biden or any of that shit. You just have to be like, so in other news, you know what I mean? This is a pretty big thing. This isn't like exactly something that goes on a lot. It gets political if you make it, if you take a stand. But if you just go, hey, guys, have you heard of this? And then you present the information, but you keep your yapper shut and you don't like condemn it or condone it, you're not really getting political. Anyways, he was just like, this is crazy. You know, that's not how you go about it. You don't just like start breaking in it. Hey, at least this guy wore a fucking mask. He lost 3,000 YouTube subscribers. That's like a quarter of my complete total subscription on my account. But he lost that because he said, this is wrong. That's all he said, is this is wrong. I'm just saying, that's pretty sad. That's pretty pathetic. Stotts. Who's the poor guy? The shaman guy? Because he's a little cuckoo? A large group of environmentalists or Greenpeace advocates stormed Capitol Hill a couple of years ago. It was just more of a sit-in, I think, but similar thing. Wait, that's a penis tattooed on the side? It is. Because the one down here is lacking. I don't see a bulge. I wasn't looking for it, but it wasn't looking for me either. I promise, I swear. I'm almost done. I swear. But if I haven't dropped my stream... Oh, we lost someone. If it hasn't gone down to 1 yet, it'll probably stay stable. The guy who wore his work tag. That's his work tag. The guy just looks like a, you know, a dingus. He's got like his big bushy hair, and then he's got like his fucking hoodie, and then he took his hat, and then he's all like, Trump is my president. Yeah, for like the next 5 days until he gets impeached again. Anyhow, enough about that. It's some wild shit going on. That's all I'm saying. Now, how was that met? I'm going to end with this. I'm just saying. So, you've got the Capitol. Oh, I screwed it up. Capitol Hill police response. Because they did nothing, right? They did nothing. A lot of them. There's actually footage. I'm not going to show it to you. Just take my word for it. Why do the maggots always look so angry? You there! Look at that. They always look so angry. And they're always so hairy. I told you I'd never be able to blend in. I would never be able to go MAGA undercover and take them out from the inside because they would never believe that could be me. Look at them. They're all hairy little well, except for he's got a mustache. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, your mask is gonna do you some real good around your chin. You fucking cuck. Okay, I'm ranting, but that's okay. I wanted to prove something that was really funny. So there was, I can't find the footage, but there was some officers that were caught. There's that same dude again. What a fucking idiot. There was a guy, like a bunch of officers, and they let all the people in. Yeah, he finally kind of conceded, but I think he's just trying to save face, to be honest with you. There's that dude with his work tag. And then the shaman always yelling. There's a bunch of cops that were like, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Get in there. You could bet your ass that guy's going to be fired. Right? At Capitol Hill. Because it took a long time. See, they always look so angry. He's like foaming at the mouth. Like, what is that? Like they're just unhinged. But I am trying to find the picture I was trying to get at. I can't remember the picture. Like for the longest time. Yeah, see, like how it was going all wild and stuff like that, and there wasn't like a lot of police resistance. Now I'm gonna really put my foot down. Capitol Hill, Black Lives Matter, police. Fuck, I'm almost done. I swear to God. When Black Lives Matter wanted to protest at Capitol Hill last year, they weren't even able to get near the Capitol Hill, is what I was trying to get at. I wish I could find the picture. Anyways, it was like the entire National Guard. They had like the whole front, like you couldn't even throw a penny in between the officers. Like it was just completely, boom, completely gated, right? So, so some people kind of go, I find that a little bit interesting. Black Lives Matter protesters, they couldn't even get within like 100 feet of Capitol Hill. But all these other Trump guys, you had the police open the barricade. There's footage of it. You can't fake that. It's not a deep fake video. And the cops are like, come, let's go, let's go. And they're sending them all in, and they're going in. They're smashing in people's doors. They took Nancy Pelosi's gavel, walked away with it. Like it's just absolutely insane. Is all I'm saying. It's kind of hard not to wonder. Like, see, look at that. Look at that. It's like you can't fake that. Some dude took like the whatever that thing is, where you give your speech with the microphone. He's got a Trump hat on. He's all like, hello. And he just grabs the thing and he walks out. I would have liked to have seen a Black Lives Matter protester pull that stunt. They would have killed him. Here's the dude right inside of Nancy Pelosi's office. That's the guy that I think he got fired. He put his feet up on the desk. They like completely destroyed her office. Like it's fucking wild. Anyways, I can't find the picture, but there was one that showed like a side by side, like last year's protest and then this year's protest and then like the police response. And anyways, it's pretty wild is all I'm saying. The shit that goes on down there. Absolutely just like, it always confuses me, the people who walk around the grocery store with their big nose sticking out over their mask might as well not wear the mask at that point. For real. The shaman guy got relaxed from the psychiatric, released from the psychiatric too early. I don't think he was ever admitted. Had a Karen come in the store my brother works at. Oh, really? Phil, isn't it almost done? He's lying. She said I'm not wearing my mask. Corner just to cold me. Bitch, millions died from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it took him so long to do it. Yeah. And again, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm done. But this felt good to get this off my chest. I've met some Trump supporters that don't, you know what I mean, condone that behavior. One of my best friends of 14 years actually doesn't mind Trump. He's not too, not to be rude, but he's not like too politically inclined. Like he doesn't, I'm not saying I am. I just want to be clear on that. I'm not saying I am, but he's not either. He really doesn't dig deep at all. He doesn't look too much into things. He just looks at the surface policies, Republican, he's Republican, whatever, 401k, some other like little things that benefited some people that he did. And he's just like, whatever. That's what I was into. You know what I mean? He's like, that doesn't mean that I appreciate any of the other shit that he does. But I don't give him a hard time. He knows how I feel. I know how he feels, and that's it. And that was kind of, to come full circle, what I wanted to get at. It's hard to do that, isn't it? In this day and age, it always looks like people on Twitter, they're like mangling each other. It's like if you're, caught, some people have in their Twitter profile, if I catch you talking to a Trump supporter, I'm going to instant block you. To me, you're a bigger problem than the Trump supporter I'm talking to. How are you supposed to ever sway someone's mind or have them see your point of view if you're not even willing to listen to them? It doesn't matter how outlandish it is, but I'm telling you this right now. You are a hypocrite if you expect a Trump supporter to listen to what your ass has to say, if all you want to do is just pounce on him, attack him, and not give him a moment to speak. It's not going to happen, right? There's a guy on Twitter by the name of David Weisman. He's not a celebrity, but he's starting to become a celebrity. He's a writer. He's a Marine. He went like overseas or whatever. He was like in Afghanistan, Iraq, and all that. He's in his 30s. And he voted for Trump and Pence in 2016. And he was a hardcore, diehard Republican, anti-Obama person. And some people were talking to him on Twitter. He was asking some questions that were polite, that were civil. And these people that don't like Trump, that are like Biden, Obama supporters, actually responded to him without attacking him. Then he got the answers he wanted. Now he's like a huge advocate for like Biden. He voted for them in this election. Super nice guy. Everybody likes him. It's like, oh my God, because he was like a die-hard Trump, like, I mean, die-hard. He had the t-shirts, the hats, and everything. And he would write articles. He writes articles, news articles as well. And he was very like, don't attack Trump, because he takes it as a personal attack. Now he spends his days like, talking about how he was a former Trump supporter. Him and I have little conversations back and forth every day. And that's my point, right? Had people not given him the time of day just to kind of listen to what he had to say, he would probably still be maybe, voting for him right now, right? I don't personally think they would have handled it any differently if it were Black Lives Matter. Well, they already did. There, I couldn't find the picture, but my point was, it was a very different response, and it was just last year. I can't find the damn video. It showed like a time frame, like within 2 minutes or whatever, of Black Lives Matter showing up, and nobody had even gone up to the Capitol Hill. No one was trying to break in, right? No one was waving guns around or anything like that. They had their signs, and they were at the bottom of the stairs or something like that, and they were met with immediate, full-fledged police response. Like, I mean, they had the ski masks and the goggles and the shields, and it was just like a massive wall surrounding the entire Capitol Hill. Not much happened, but that wasn't the point. It's just funny how that happens for that. But how many minutes did it take for all these people to be able to go in, right, vandalize and loot Capitol Hill before the police showed up, right? And then actually being caught on camera, having more than like 3 or 4 police officers orchestrating to the Trump supporters, like I said, moving that gate aside and signaling them and saying, go, go, right? Now there's like a bunch of police, I think a police chief or something like that, like resigned because they just handled that situation poorly. Right. Hello, Nathan. How's it going? Anyways, enough of that. Kind of went all over the place. It went a little bit longer. Oh boy, it went a little bit longer than I was expecting. But no one answered my original question. Stotts, I'll ask you, did you play Grim Dawn? Is that a game you would ever play? Capitol Hill from again, I'm pretty sure they just got overwhelmed. Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, I'm not saying they're all the same either, right? That's not what I'm trying to really get at, but it just, at the end of the day, I wasn't there for both protests from the beginning to really see how it transpired, right? You never heard of Grim Dawn? Grim Dawn is revered as one of the greatest ARPGs ever. It's like a Diablo game, supposedly done right. I own the game. It's PC only. It's got co-op. The best way to describe it is it's like Diablo, but like a proper, clone. Like no one ever argues that this is a bad game. You know what I mean? Like sure, there might be some people that say they prefer Diablo, but no one like ever shits on this game, right? It's like a really cool game. A little complex. It's really quite deep. Quite deep. I'm thinking of maybe starting to get into it a little bit again. But I made a list. I added a few more games. I've got Fallout 76 potentially that I would co-op with people on Steam. Maybe Generation Zero, but I've dumped in like probably over 1,000 hours in that game. Grim Dawn, I would co-op with people. Maybe Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. Again, we've got Sid Meier's Civilization 6. I have it on PC and on PS4. Skater XL, there isn't really an official co-op mode for it yet. Again, State of Decay 2. Maybe Terraria. Terraria is a pretty cool game. I would probably rather play it on PS4, though, to be honest. And then I have on PC almost every map except for one, The Hunter Call of the Wild, which is the same developer, same graphics as Generation Zero. But instead of machines, you've got, animals that you slaughter and eat. Good times. So I'm sharing some games. It's like a hint, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right? If people ever want to co-op with me, these are some of the games I'm looking at maybe getting back into. Hello, Evelyn. How's it going? I haven't played Terraria in a long time. Yeah, it is. It really is a good game, eh? Same thing with Minecraft. I don't know what platform I'd want to play it on, but it is like multi-platform-ish. And I think yeah. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place, but I can't help it. I cannot help it. Let me go back to my PS5. Okay, now let's do this. So I looked at a lot more Tropico 6. It just looks like a lot of fun. And like I said, I have played it before. I really like that military dictatorship aspect of it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. It does look like great fun. This game I have on PC. Ninth Dawn 3. So I might end up actually picking this up, the Tropico 6. And Northgard looks like a wicked game. It's on sale on PC. It's got more add-ons for it on PC. But the reason I'm looking for it on console is my computer's messed up, and I've talked about that a lot. And it might be a while before I rebuild a computer from the ground up because I'm at the point where I need to do that. But just look at this game. It's kind of like an Age of Empires-ish sort of game. It's just, it looks like a lot of fun. I did play an early build of it, and it's kind of unique because sort of like Age of Empires, like your builder gatherer games, like your Age of Empires 3 rather. You go outside of the white line, you can only build so much like on a plot of land, and then you got to like expand to the next spot, expand to the next spot. And it's just got that, that aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion, sort of look to the graphics. You go and you send some people out to gather lumber and whatnot. It looks like a lot of fun. I played an old PC build. I don't know where it came from, but anyways, so I played a really old alpha build to kind of get a taste for it, if you will. And no, I don't feel bad. And it was pretty cool. So this is another game that I could see potentially in the future getting to co-op with people, because I do believe it's got online co-op. And I'll check out the chat in a second. Yeah, see, there you go, up to 6 players online. So there's quite a few games out there. No, she's been here a few times. No, I don't. It is always weird, though, how randomly people out of nowhere are always like, "Are you married? Do you have kids?" It's almost like, "What, you want to start a family with me?" It's like, nope. But there are aspects of my life that could be a yes, could be a no. But I just don't answer because I love keeping the suspense, the mystery. There's a lot of things about myself that I, like an open book, just go, here, check it out. Here's my whole life story. And then there'll be other little avenues of my life that I'm just like, maybe, maybe not, just to have people keep guessing. But that is one of the most common questions I get asked, is if I'm married and have kids. Not sure why, but. And I remember once I said to someone, maybe I do, maybe I don't, because the guy was being annoying, because I had answered him the first time and I said no. And then he kept asking, and then somebody came in last year for almost like a week straight. And every time he would come in, he would go, "What happened to your daughter?" And I was like, "Who? What?" Like, I was just really confused. He was making it sound like something happened to her. And it's like, who is she? Who is she? And I'd keep asking him, "Where'd you hear I have a kid?" You know what I mean? And then he just kept going on about it. Every time I'd live stream, he'd be the first person to come in, and it was just like really weird. And then somebody else came in and said, "Yeah, what did happen?" It's like, "What? Fucking kid." He's like, "Oh, well, the other guy said you have a kid." I don't have one. Not that it'd be a big deal if I did. I wouldn't show you who the kid is if I had one. Wouldn't tell you anything about them if I had one, because there's a lot of creepers out there in the world, right? But yeah, it was just really weird. And then I was playing Crusader Kings 3. And in the game Crusader Kings 3, I have a son whose wife I slept with and had a baby with in the game. And then for a long time, everyone would come, "Hey, is it?" It almost became like a meme. Didn't annoy me. It was just weird. Like how some people were so hell bent on, "No, no, you have one. What happened to it?" Who? Right? People hear like one thing or they misunderstand something and then they like hang on to it and you just like keep going on it. Right? It's just kind of funny. No, Evelyn never has, unless she's also somebody else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Trump, you know what I mean? Do I like Coke or Pepsi? I hate alcohol. I hate drugs. Cocaine's okay though. No, I'm just kidding. So that's what it is. It's not that, like, if I had a kid and people found out I had a kid, I wouldn't care. If people ever find out where I live, I honest to God don't care, because you will be met with my skull gang if you showed up at my door. I will meet you with this. Bzz, bzz, right? If someone ever showed up at my door. I don't live alone. I will say that. I won't include who lives here because it doesn't matter. The Queen of England. But no, I don't live alone. I'm on disability. You think I could afford a house like this on my own? Come on now. Come on now. Let's get real. No. But there's people or person living here. I don't mention who they are. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it my lover? Am I single? Am I married? Am I gay? Am I straight? All that stuff. Got to leave a little bit of mystery. But also because I am incredibly political on Twitter, what ends up happening is I've been threatened multiple times, and some of those threats can be quite real. I've said this before, and I'm not laughing. I can laugh about it now, but I'm being serious. I have been a part of a home invasion. Not that I partook in it. I was the recipient of a home invasion when I used to live with somebody else. And, it's pretty nasty, right? It strips you of your masculinity or whatever's left of it. You feel castrated because you're just there minding your own business. You're playing a game, whatever. And out of nowhere, you got like a bunch of people in ski masks with fucking pump action shotguns, and they're like, bitch, get on the ground. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care how big your ego is. I don't care how much of a narcissist you are or how much martial arts background you got. Unless you've got a poison tipped fucking ninja star that can split into fucking 6 pieces. You know what I mean? You're fucked if you don't comply. So, you know, it's pretty nasty. I'm 42 years old. That's only ever happened once. That's once too many, right? If I can avoid a potential second time, well, obviously I'll do that, right? Plus, there's no need for people. Where do you live? Canada. Where? Ontario. Where? What city? What street? You know? But I wouldn't panic. I mean, if people really want to find out where I live, it's easy to find out where I live. It's so easy to find where I live, right? But I promise you, if you show up at my door, you will end up meeting Hitler face to face. I could promise you that. Absolutely. I will make that threat directly on the YouTube live stream. Because there's people out there, like I said, they trickle in from Twitter where I get political, because that's just what I do. And I have my link to my YouTube on there because I'm trying to like connect the two, right? For the most part, most people that know me, my streams, my channel is predominantly video games and like relaxing stuff. That's not dramatic. But once in a while, I like to let shit go wild. There's nothing wrong with that. Some crazy stuff happens in the news I've never seen in my whole life. It's like, holy cow, did you hear this? Of course I'm going to want to talk about it. Some people might be afraid to talk about it, like I said, in fear that people are going to be like, oh, he's one of those people. And then, boom, gone. Like the guy that I know lost 3,000 subscribers because he condemned the Capitol Hill insurrection or whatever you want to call it. That's a lot of people. Mind you, he's got like 1 million subs. So he's down to 997,000, or you know what I mean? Like whoopee-doo. It'd be like me losing 20 subs. Who cares, right? I get 1,000 in a month, right? But yeah. And I have snakes as well. That's right. People should worry about that. I do indeed love the WWE. I love all things wrestling. New Japan, Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, TNA, all those brands, just wrestling in general. Never take a sword or fists to a gunfight. I learned that the hard way, unless you got a really hard fist. Like if you're like the Wolverine or something like that. Home invasions are some of the lowest transgressions in my opinion. Oh yeah, bringing someone's home space like that. Yeah, it's one of the absolute lowest things in the world, and then I'm gonna be done. You know what? It's $30. I'm so done talking about this. I'm just gonna fucking buy it. If I don't like it, who cares? I've had that happen before. Let's download it. It shouldn't really affect the stream because I'm hardlined into the computer. I don't think it'll start making my stream go. But my PS5 is on Wi-Fi. So we'll talk about that really quick. And this is what I mean with why things in politics can be really, really tricky. You can have a Trump supporter who's like pro-Trump, like, yeah, Trump is my president. The election was a scam, and they could say all that, right? They could say all that and I can be completely against that. But then I can have a fellow liberal Democrat like minded person who'll be like, I hope he dies and gets invaded. And what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, I'm looking at that Trump supporter as someone who's the lesser of the two evils. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't agree with him politically at all, but I also don't agree with the person next to me who may side with me politically, but that's calling for one of the absolute lowest forms of shit that you could ever do on someone, which is a home invasion. You know what I mean? Like I've in my life, and I will publicly confess the following. I don't care if you're recording this because it's already being recorded. I have met some people at their homes, and it wasn't nice, but their homes were left untouched. And I wanted these motherfuckers like broken in half, okay, for some really nasty shit. And I was just like, you know what? They eventually got to leave their house. They got to go to school. They got to go to work. They got to do grocery shop. They got to do something. You just camp outside. Just camp outside. Let them have their sanctuary. Let them have their home. Let them have their peace. But the moment that mofo steps off the fucking sidewalk off their property, it's game over, right? It's done. So, like I said, a home invasion is like kicking someone when they're down. Let them get up so you can knock their ass again. Because to me, there's more satisfaction in watching them tumble over again than just knocking the shit out of them once they've fallen over. If you got to do it 10 or 15 times, then the next time hit them harder so they don't keep getting up. I'm just saying, those are some of those, street rules that you should abide by, but that most people don't. But yeah, that's beyond scummy. Home invasions and shit like that. It's no, it's pretty wild. Oh yeah, I love WCW. I pretty much like all wrestling. WCW, even TNA had some cool stories, some really good storylines. A lot of my favorite wrestlers ended up going to TNA, WWE, whatever the era is, 80s, 90s, attitude era, ruthless aggression era, you name it. I just like wrestling. You know what I mean? Some eras are better than others. Some shows tend to be a little bit stronger than others, like All Elite Wrestling right now has been on fire for quite a while. But I don't compare them either. I don't even compare them. I take the little good of WWE that I like, whatever good I like of it, I just take it. I enjoy whatever that percentage is. If it's 20%, 100%, doesn't even matter to me. That's why I consider myself like a true wrestling fan, a neutral, non-fanboy wrestling fan. I just take it a little bit from each show. They all bring like a different dynamic to the world of professional wrestling. And I just take it all in and I just enjoy myself. One of my biggest passions in life is wrestling. Don't talk about it a lot, but you would be surprised. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Zing Jing Bengiko 6, that's right. Yeah, imperialist, yeah. Yeah, well, according to this, I'm going to be a dictator. So, like I said, in life, you can be nasty without being, I don't even know what the word is, but I think Stotts knows what I'm getting at. You can still be nasty, you can still be ruthless without going over the line, without crossing that line, right? It's kind of like a weird, I don't know if mutual respect is the word I'm looking for, but you just don't enter someone's home. You don't know who's there. You don't know if they have kids. You don't know if they're living with an elderly person or whatever. You just don't know, right? It's dangerous for both parties. You just don't do that. If you have to be that crazy that you have to get that person, get them when they're not home. Get them, right? While this is downloading, I actually have a story about that. I won't mention any names, but it's a good story. So I went to high school with a guy and we became good friends. I know, crazy, eh? People would want to be my friend because I'm pretty wild. But he's pretty wild too. And we went through a lot, like in life. Like we suffered the loss of a couple of friends through suicide and stuff like that. And it was kind of weird because I didn't like his friends. He didn't really like my friends. You know, like how you have like your little groups and stuff like that, but we were able to get away from our groups and come together, and we had a unique friendship. We had a lot in common as much as we had a lot not at all in common, like complete opposite. It was like Coke and Pepsi CEO sleeping together. It wouldn't happen. We made it happen. Not in bed, I'm talking about, okay? Becoming friends. And one day something happened. I was blamed for it. And people threw me under the bus. They thought that I stole this thing. Doesn't even matter what it is. And for a long time, that almost got me killed until we found out the truth that the thing that was stolen, because it was stolen, right? What ended up happening is the person did that because they owed some people that are high up in the world, is all I'm going to say. Criminal organizations, they owed them money, so they were desperate. And because that dude who did the stealing, he's dead now, by the way. Not because of me, by the way. Some unfortunate event happened to him. Just shows you how karma goes around. He was so desperate because he screwed up and he owed some people that are high up there some money, that he stole this item and then he pinned it on me because I was the only one in that household when I was on the streets for a while that didn't have a home, right? I wasn't a part of a gang or anything like that. So it was easy. Plus, I was popping pills at the time. I was drinking alcohol. I was half out of it all the time. This was like over 20 years ago, by the way. This was like a really long time ago. So even as a young pill popping alcoholic, which is kind of hard to believe someone like me would be, even though I lived with him for a short while, I still didn't go to his home because he didn't blame me for it. He never knew if I did or not, but it was just one of those things where I was like angry. I wasn't thinking straight. And I was just like, I'm going to get him, you know? I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to kaboom, go wild on everyone. But no, I still kept my cool together. I got straightened out, which, by the way, in a couple of weeks will be 20 years since I quit drinking. And in February, it'll be 20 years since I quit doing drugs. Same thing. I had a little entourage. I had a little gang, a couple people just driving around. I found him, the guy. And what did I do? I did the honorable thing. I told the guys in the car, sit your fucking ass back there. You don't move. You don't fucking speak, or I will fucking slap the lips off your fucking face. I told that to my own people. Just, I don't care what happens. You fucking sit your ass there, or I'll put you in a fucking baby seat and strap you down. Looked at him, did the whole roll down the window thing, and it was summertime. And I said, I think you and I need to talk. And he, caught off guard, obviously, because most people wouldn't like getting rolled up on by a car. Hey, man, we got to talk, especially when there's some crazy shit going on. So I told the other dudes to get out of the car. I was like, all right, get out. It's just going to be him and I, right? Because what do you need all this backup for in the car anyways, right? Why do you need all those people anyways, right? So it was just him and I. Had one of the best conversations. I got to hear his side of the story. And I was like, okay, that makes sense now, right? Again, when you're wise and you think and you don't jump the gun, even when things look bad, if you don't hear that person's side of the story, right? Even if you might doubt it a little bit, you'd want people to do the same for you. He gave me the benefit of the doubt that I didn't do it. So this whole bullshit thing went on for a couple of years. And eventually the truth came out. He accidentally confessed in a drunken rant that he did the theft. And then shortly after that, he was stuck in the back of a pickup truck, in the back box of the pickup truck. And a car slid, hit him. He went flying out of the pickup truck and he died. Life's a bitch. Karma. I don't feel bad. What so fucking ever. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But that was a huge part of my life. That was a huge part because I've never been like a part of like an official gang because that's just not my personality. That's not my character. So when I ran across the wrong people that wronged me, it was a little bit difficult. You know, I don't care how strong I am, how much martial arts I know or nothing. If I got to compete against 10 or 12 people, I'm getting screwed up. I might take a few of them down with me, but then there's still another 10 people standing tall, right? So you got to play your cards smart. And for a couple of years there, I would go around the city. It was a huge city, huge city. And I had to watch my back. And I have to admit, that was really frustrating because in life, I had people that didn't give me the benefit of the doubt. They just threw me under the bus because it looked bad. It's Phil. He's the only guy who's always fucking drunk, always high on pills. Um, you know what I mean? And it's like he's the only one that's not a part of the gang, like an official gang. Doesn't matter the name, just a gang. I wasn't a part of them. So it was very easy to be like, oh, he must have stolen that item because it's worth a lot of money. And he must have needed the money for his pills. So it was very easy and a believable story to do that. It was very easy to just pin it on me and say that it was me that did it. It couldn't have been any of the other guys that were in the gang because they all had Honda Civics with the big fat fucking spinning 20-inch fucking chrome rims. I had fucking, Converses from like 1993, right? So when you're poor, something goes missing, you're not going to look at the richest person and go, must have been him, right? But wasn't it convenient though to use me? That was a golden opportunity for him. But now where is he? He's pushing daisies. And I'm not yet. So, yeah. And for a long time, I was nervous. I would go out and I would run into this guy who I knew took the item because he was actually the leader of the gang. He was actually the head leader. And there's a few times where I'll never forget it. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the scariest moments of my life. I'm not ashamed to say it. And anybody else would be a lying sack of shit if they said they weren't. This is, like I said, 2 decades ago when I was like in my 20s. I got off the bus. I was going to meet a girl, and I had to cross through like a massive McDonald's parking lot to go through like a project to meet this girl. And there must have been like Saturday night, there must have been like 15, 20 cars, if not more. I thought it was a car show. All the hoods were popped open. Everybody was showing off their fucking engines and their stupid K&N air filters and all that shit. And lo and behold, it was the dude who I knew took my shit, took the shit, and made me took the fall for it. And he just walks up to me. He's such a bitch too, though. But when you have like 50, 60 people behind you, it's easy to talk a big game, right? When you just come across one person standing on his own with no weapons, no guns, no AK-47s, no machetes or nothing, and just start talking a big game. And he's all like, so where are you going? Of course, I had to play it off like I didn't care. I was like, I'm going to meet some girl. It's like, oh, that's interesting. He just kind of eyes me up and down. He goes, mm-hmm. It was only about 15 or 20 seconds, but it was one of those cliche things where it felt like an hour and a half. And then he just goes, you know what? You should never keep a girl waiting. And he just let me go. But that look in his eyes, man, it's almost like he was letting me know that he knew that I knew that it was him. But I couldn't really say much because how do you prove it? Right? You can't prove it. Plus he had like 50 fucking people in the parking lot with their trunks filled with stuff. It's some pretty wild shit. But yeah, that's another reason why I hate people, because all these people that I just told you about, by the way, including that leader of the gang who's now dead, who pinned this bullshit on me, he used to be one of my best friends. You see what I'm saying? And that's the biggest event I've ever been through, but I've been through multiple smaller events that weren't as dramatic, that weren't necessarily like a life and death scenario. And that is one reason Why I've sort of been self-isolating for almost since that time. I don't trust people, right? That's why when I have people that are you married? Did you have kids? Did you have a job? Where did you used to work? Where do you live? What city? What province? What state? What neighborhood? What street? It's like, uh-huh. You know what I mean? Some random fucking jabroni off YouTube wants to know all that information. It's like, are you kidding me? I've had people I grew up with my entire life that were trying to have me killed. You think I'm gonna trust some random person off fucking YouTube? Right? So that's why I'm a little bit cynical. Wow, we're off to a good start. Something went wrong with this game or app. Tropico 6 reporting this error. We're off to a good start here. Let's try that again. Let's see if there's a... Well, it would have already automatically gotten the latest update. I got canceled before I started. What's pretty neat? Oh, you just mean like how everything worked out? I'm almost done my bullshit story. For those couple of years where I ran into that guy, even though he almost had me killed, I bumped into him about 3 or 4 times. In those couple of years, it might have been 2 or 3 years of hell that I went through, where I had to watch my back. Almost more than half of all my friends that I had known for years. I feel like, let me turn down some shit here. Fucking hate the music. We'll do that. There's no reason for voice chat. Only play, sure. And we'll apply. What was sad about the whole thing too was how quickly some of my absolute closest friends that I went to school with, that I grew up with, were so close to throw me under the bus, or were like really like, oh my god, did he really do this? Because there was absolutely no proof. It's not like I was caught on camera. It's not like I was seen taking this item. I wasn't seen doing anything. It was just he said, she said bullshit, right? And that's the psychology of people, which is actually a proven statistic. Most people in life will believe the first thing that they hear to be true because it's the first thing that entered their brain. And it could be proven that it's false. They can be shown proof afterwards, but they're still going to be skeptical because at the back of their minds, they're going, well, why isn't that the first piece of information that I heard? That's how dumb most people are. So a lot of those supposed friends that apologized after, what do you think I told them? Friends of 15, 20 years that I knew. Go fuck yourself. That's what I told them. One of them, I told him, get out of my fucking face. Step the fuck back another couple feet because I will spit in your fucking mouth. How dare you fucking, you know what I mean? Take some other punk ass motherfucker's side that you've known for 2 years. You've known me for fucking 20 or 20 something years. Right? And then I was all like getting in their face there. Like, give me one fucking example of a time that would have warranted you having any reasonable doubt that I would have been capable of this. When has this ever happened in the past? Yeah, exactly. Because they were probably scared little bitches because I'm not the leader of a gang walking around with a fucking pistol and a machete like the other dude was. Right? That's how fucked up people are. So, with that story, you will now understand me a little bit better. Maybe you'll understand why, when there's things like the O.J. Simpson case, why there's things like when Michael Jackson is accused of being a pedophile, why I like giving people the benefit of the doubt, why I look into those stories so deep before I quickly just go, he did it, he didn't do it, right? I like it because I went through something similar and it almost cost me my life. It's not some like Keemstar fucking bullshit drama. It's the real McCoy. It's the real deal. I had some real gang members. Like, I'm talking like shit they make fucking video games about and movies about. I had to interact with some of those people and it wasn't fun. It was fucking scary. All because they had their suspicions. And I was living on the street too. And, what the hell? Oh, there we go. I was also living on the streets at one point after that incident because I left that place. I was like, it's kind of dangerous. Everybody thinks I did this, that, and the other thing, so I took off. And one of the gang members who actually knew I didn't do it, he had a hit on me, and he woke me up with a pillow and a gun, put it side by side, and hit, "Hey, psst, I know you didn't do it, but I just want to let you know that this is some real shit that we need to figure out because I was hired to do this." You know, the whole pillow over the face and then pop, right? And then you walk out. Exactly. And I was in a men's hostel, in a shelter where you can't get in through the front door past security unless you live there. And if it's during sleeping hours, you're not even allowed there if you fucking live there and you're late. You're fucked unless you work. How he got in, I don't know, but I knew the dude was the real deal. And so anyway, so like with all those little events, that's how I knew that this was very real. It wasn't some kindergarten shit. And yeah, it really taught me the life lesson. Doesn't matter what you hear. If you weren't fucking there, you don't know what happened. You can still form an opinion, right? Like I'll never attack people that go, OJ did it, or he didn't do it. Me, I always say I'm on the fence. You know, I wasn't there. I have my suspicions of who did it. But yeah. All right. All this damn hair. There. No, I don't smoke. I gave up that. What the hell? Straight pipe. Bent pipe. I like the pipe. Nah, fuck the pipe. It looks a little weird. But yeah. Pacifier. Yeah, I know, eh? Yeah, I'm not going to be wearing that. But again, in life, I'm sure a lot of you out there, well, maybe not necessarily quite as dramatic as this, but I'm sure a lot of you have some things out there where people have been, I don't know what the word is, have been traitored by their friends or whatever the word is I'm looking for. Outfit, colors. Yeah, we'll just stick to that. Keep it really simple. Backstab you, whatever the word I was looking for. Everybody at some degree has been backstabbed or whatever by a friend. And oftentimes, they always say too, it's usually by someone that you end up being close to that you know. Very rarely do those things usually happen with someone that barely knows you, right? Again, not saying it doesn't happen, but yeah. Okay, let's, so that's my guy there. Kind of normal. Manipulative. So these are character traits that actually will affect some stats. If I'm corrupt, all payments to your Swiss bank account are increased by 5%, but the palace decreases the crime safety nearby by -30. So it might seem cool to be like, ooh, I'll play corrupt, but I don't want to lose crime safety by 30 points. It's not worth that. That one's locked. Charismatic. Increases the standing with each faction by 2 and relations with each superpower by 2. Okay, it seems good. Compulsive hoarder. Decoration decreased by 10. I'm almost done here. Kind of normal. There's just no gameplay effects. Savant. Your amazing skills. Hundreds of... Your amazing skills with algebra, calculus, and writing haiku in Esperanto has astonished everyone you've met, which currently stands at 200,804 people. Okay. Seductive. Your sexual magnetism exerts a powerful effect on those around you. Both attract and to repel. You've found that both effects come into play when you turn your attentions onto somebody who's married. Ah, okay. So, okay, it tells you the trait at the pyromaniac. Spatial. You know what? I'm just going to do charismatic. People just can't help liking you. Even when you're signing a death warrant, there's just something about that smile that makes everything okay. We're going to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and quickly change the layout. Yeah, we'll do a center like that. A center with one... Oh, okay. Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah. Center with one front yard or two. Yeah, we'll stick with that one. The palace colors, I think I'll leave. Window style. Oh, okay. Just little barricaded windows. Let's see. Not that that really matters much. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Plastered stucco wall. Right. Make it look like it's run down. I'll check the chat out in just a second there. We'll do default. Oh, wow. That really changes the whole look of the place, eh? Obviously, with the color. A light gray, a pastel. That's cool. Have a little bit of customization for your little palace. I think I'm just going to leave it on the default for now. I can always change this. Path is made out of cobblestone. I can make it out of grass. Red carpet. Yeah, I'll just do gravel. The border. Brick wall. Military. Heavy military. I have to reach. Yeah, we'll just do brick wall. We'll just leave it on that. Rooftop extension. Oh, wow, look at that big fish tank. Reach modern time. Oh, that's cool. With a big shark just at the top. That's kind of interesting. Locked. Everything's locked. Oh, you can have a rooftop garden. Sure, why not? Let's have a rooftop garden. Just because I can. And then when it comes to gardens in the front... Pool. Can't have that. A koi pond. Ah, I gotta reach a population of 1,000. No one wants a maze. That's where all the bodies disappear. A stone garden. That looks kind of cool. Let's do that. And then for the small deco, in the front, we've got a garden, a cherry tree, a boulder. Who wants a boulder in the front? Classic fountain? Or a garden with a fountain garden? A gazebo? A meteorite? That's funny. A weird wood tree. Yeah, we'll just go with the standard garden that's there. Do you want to exit? Yes, I do. Sorry if this is really slow. I've been streaming for quite a while. I'll play this for a couple of minutes. And, oh, sorry, Abu. I've been kind of going on a rant there today. This is Tropico 6. I did not steal the Statue of Liberty. I know that people, like, rioted and, watch it go. They entered Capitol Hill. This is a cringy joke. And I was all, like, condemning, like, you don't do that. And then, it makes me look bad now because it looks like my military just fucking went to New York, took the Statue of Liberty and brought it back to my island. I got a lot of explaining to do, don't I? But yeah. I should play Exanima. You didn't think I'd actually buy this, eh? I didn't think I would either, but I'm like, whatever. Well, I don't want to get frustrated. Exanima is fun but frustrating. It has a very steep learning curve. I haven't played enough of it, honestly. It's on console. That game looks so set. Exanima. As long as it doesn't give me an eczema. See what I did there? Me with my cringy jokes. Final exam? Exa Nima. I don't see no Exanema on console. It is on console, Cody says. I beg to differ. Damn it, I wanted to take a look at it. Did I spell it wrong? Let me look it up real quick. Exanema appears to have a 9 out of 10 out of over 6,000 reviews. There is no Exanema on PS4. I had a dyslexic moment. Oops, it happens. Okay, so screw the game I just bought. Let's take a look at this for a moment. The people have spoken. All right. Exanema. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Usually a game that's under $60, I'm like, there's no way that's a good game. Not really. I don't usually think that way, but look at Cyberpunk 2077, okay? Can't always go by the price will dictate how good it is. There's some amazing games that are fairly cheap. $15. Okay. What do we got? Almost a 90% positive feedback in the last month. Explore, fight, survive, and unravel the mysteries in this unique and unforgiving 3D isometric RPG set in an original dark, low fantasy world. That was cringy how I read that, but I like doing that. Exanema's exceptional attention to detail and realistic simulation of all things aim to provide a deeply immersive and dynamic gameplay experience. Oh, yeah. It's like a physics-based RPG survival game, kind of like Dark Souls, but radically different gameplay. I hope we just gave Phil a game idea. I saw General Sam play it. It looked so fluent. How some attacks bounce off when you have the armor, but still take damage. Hey, Kid Joker, how's it going? Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You guys are trying to have me go broke. I'm not going to be able to afford my new computer. Okay, so let's take a look at the video. Let's whoops. Here we go. Those who dare enter will bring oblivion to all of mankind. I wish I had the voice to be a voice actor, but I don't. Hello? Where am I? I'm assuming it's a girl. Do you play as a girl, or can you play as a dude? Or only a dudette? Is it gender inclusive? Protect Darren. Who's Darren? Unfortunately... Oh, you can? Cool. I may have to go in a few minutes there. I'll kind of have to see. Oh, yeah, it's already 4 o'clock. Wow, lights out pretty fast there. Exanema. It looks creepy. I like that. I wonder if it could be played with a controller. Sometimes the mouse and keyboard is better, but like Diablo 3 is a piece of shit with a controller. But sometimes these click and point point and click games. I like the animations. Oh, that's funny how you just took the thing, you put it over his head. Graphics look nice. You're a bunch of bastards. You might cost me an extra $14. That was supposed to be the voice acting for the zombie. Oh yeah, look at all the physics there. Interesting. I do want to see what the combat looks like. She tripped. That's fucking hilarious. I want to see her take a swing. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah, it looks like it's got like real weight. You know what I mean? Wow. Imagine if Diablo had that kind of physics. See how she got like knocked back? Oh, that's so cool how he fell. Like it just looked real, except for that part there where he was... Oh no, because the door pushed him open. Wow. That looks dramatic. I like that. Oh! That's a bit loud. Oh, shit. That sword went flying. Oh, I thought he was going to pick it up. I was like, what happened there? That's kind of creepy. Don't worry, once you get the hang of it, these guys are pretty fair to handle. You can put a bucket over your head, too. Plenty of sweet ragdolls. Yeah, the combat's fairly realistic. You can lose your footing, so... Oh yeah, it definitely looks good. There's no doubt about that. Do you guys own it? Stotts, Cody? Here, let me mute it there for a minute. Do you guys play the game? What in the pine? It's been out for half a decade? You have it on Steam. You don't have a PC yet. Okay. Is this game in like it? Uh-oh. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. It's been in early access for half a decade. Will it ever come out of early access? God damn, are they still supporting the game? I'm just being honest. When a game is on early access for that long, I get a bit concerned. But when I see over 6,000 people giving it a positive feedback, that kind of reassures me as well, too. What are some of the, Ooh. Let's read why he didn't like it. What this game showcases is a unique magic system about minor spells and binds, not fireballs and eldritch blasts. A grounded and dynamic combat system which is arguably the best part of the game. An atmospheric glimpse as the world to come. I genuinely really like this, and I think Sui Genesis will be an amazing game that when it eventually releases, will be a great RPG. But you really, really shouldn't buy Noxema. It's not a game. The developers even call it their important first step, and I wish I listened. The full campaign mode, the arena mode, the practice mode, they aren't designed to be an end product. They aren't balanced enough, designed enough, play tested enough. Everything just isn't enough to consider this a well thought out, commercially available product. I would say it's not ready yet. Wait a bit before buying it, but to be fair, it never will be. Because that isn't the point of why this game exists. Examina, as a game, is a poorly balanced, poorly designed game. But as a showcase, it serves its function wonderfully. So wait for the actual product that's going to be the game you want to spend the money on. So he's saying the game is good, just not like right now. But this product, it feels like a tech demo disguised as a game. Waste of money, not necessarily your time. A paradox indeed. This game is basically a tech demo for an actual future game the developers want to release. What do you think of that, Stotts? Well, Cody, no offense. You don't know because you haven't played the game. Stotts says, and I quote, LOL, I usually read the negative reviews when I'm thinking of purchasing a game as well, right? Because I'm already sold on the idea of it. I don't need to have people butter it up even more. I want to know why people aren't liking it. Exactly. So he's just saying it'll be good in the... Yeah, so he's not shitting on the actual game itself. Need more updates. It's really an amazing game with a few satisfying moments. The first time someone gets smacked with a hammer or gets their throat or belly cut. Man, but where are the updates? I have had, and this was a recent review as of December 10th, 2020, a little before Christmas. I have good hopes, but I hope the developers continue production of this one. It could be a gem. Now it's a stone. I like that. That's something I would say. Pick this up on sale. Thumbs up at the main cons. Development is slow, but the new content is of high quality. I find it frustrating to play without a map. A hand-drawn map as I explore each zone, but could also loot until you find the in-game one for each level or play with a copy open on the side. This last option may be cheating, but without it, exploring can feel disfranchising, since each level is pretty large and maze-like. Play, however, is fun for you. The only problem with the game is that it is infrequently updated, sometimes with a full year in between updates. I think it's worth the price, but I would still wait for a sale to buy it right now, only because you just never know when, if ever, the next content drop will come out, let alone the full game. And that is a valid criticism. I mean, the game's been in early access for half a decade. That is a little bit worrisome. However, there is no denying just how positive the overall feedback is. And it's not like it's an $17.99. I'll add it to my wish list. If it ever goes on sale for like $10 or $12, I'll probably more than likely pick it up. They say, and I quote, it's a per-session global character skill progression, large non-linear main game following early content, build and permanently save characters by completing early content, new encounters, items, environments, range combat, new close-quarter maneuvers, numerous moddable thaumaturgic powers. That's a big word. More complete arena game modes featuring outdoor arenas, complex NPC interaction dialogue, cooperative and competitive LAN multiplayer. So it's got co-op. Whether or not it's implemented right now, it says single player. Not that that's a deal breaker, I'm just saying. All right, let's take a look at this. Stotts. It's sort of true. It's a bit like Skater XL, though. There isn't a whole lot of direction, and it's an open game. I don't know. His critique seems vague. Yeah, it did. I think there is a night vision goggles or night vision something. I don't agree about the lack of balancing, but he's right that it's not your standard commercial game. Pretty sure I also bought Examiner when it was on sale. Right. Well, I mean, I am going to wait, but it's on my wish list. I mean, it definitely looks like something I would like. Are you always in a dark dungeon like this? Not that it bothers me, but I'm just curious. I do like Diablo 3 like settings where you've got a mixture of like overworld and dungeons, where it's got a proper mixture of both. There are brighter areas. Yeah. Are you always, like, in a dungeon, though? Like, is it like the original Diablo where it's just like you're just always in a dark, gloomy dungeon? Not that it's a deal breaker, I'm just curious. Or is it a little bit more like Grim Dawn or Diablo 3? Oh, okay, so it is a real dungeon crawler in that aspect. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I mean, I am definitely intrigued with what I saw, but there's no updates like on the page here. You know, like how some games, how do I even explain this? I don't even know. I would explain it on Steam. Let me go to my wish list. It doesn't have something like, man, I still want to buy this game so bad on Steam. Let's pick Medieval Dynasty. That's in early access. Get out of my stream. See? Early access, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? There we go. Recent events and announcements. Right? This is what I like to see on an early access. You get to see all the information, all the updates that are going on with the game. That's how, whoops. That's how it should be. Why does he keep, I don't care about your live stream. See, recent events, like, oh, what's the latest thing? Major update. Hello, village leaders. Do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of like seeing that. And then you can click on the latest one. When was the last one? Oh, they had some new, how often do they update? I kind of like that. This is also another game that I definitely want to buy at some point. I swear to God, if he shows up again, he's going to eat that arrow. But yeah, so the fact that that one doesn't have it, I don't know when the last update was. There are some outdoor areas. Exanima takes place underground, so it makes sense. Some areas look more like caves from Elder Scrolls. Some look like traditional fantasy dungeons like you saw in the trailer. Well, how do you like the game, Stotts? Do you play the game fairly often-ish? Is there like a lot of loot with like maybe not quite Diablo 3 style, but is there like loot with different tiers of quality weapons? Wonder what the replay value is in that aspect, if you can just keep getting stronger, like if the dungeons are procedurally generated or anything like that. Let me go back to it. I think it's way at the bottom. No, it's not way at the bottom. It's right there. 2015. My sweet pineapple. See all discussions. Yeah, there's like absolutely like nothing there. Frequency of updates. Can take us a long time to update the game, and I understand the wait can be tiresome. There is only ever one reason why we don't release something, and that's because we're still working on it. We work incessantly, but we're a tiny team. Well, let me read this for a minute. This was just posted a few days ago. Oh, that was posted 2 years ago. Whatever, I'll still read it anyways. Almost to the date. We're a tiny team and we're utterly committed to making the best and highest quality game we can make. We don't hype, we don't advertise, we don't spoil anything before it's ready. We don't just work to release any update to appease people. We don't cut corners, we don't produce low quality or simplistically styled assets. We don't copy what other developers have done before us. We have built and designed this game and all the tech behind it entirely from scratch. We're here to do big things with this game to the very best of our ability, and we are constantly exploring new territory and pushing to break new ground with everything we do. If you know us, if you know our game, then you know, oh, it's true. It takes time, but we deliver work that is done with great care and passion. This is not the behavior of someone who doesn't care about or has abandoned their creation. We're not a big studio with hundreds of big budgets. With a big budget, we're just a handful of people barely getting by. Making a game takes time. But not all games are equal in this regard. We've developed our own engine to boot, our own content creation tools. We're doing this thing where no one has attempted before and therefore no one knows how to do. We only deliver high quality detailed polish. All it takes is an exceptionally large amount of work, effort, time. We do this because we care about making blah, blah, blah. Maybe you don't care about the extra effort. Yeah, I think this was probably in response to people criticizing them. Pushing the very next update, we have perhaps. That was 2 years ago. What has been said since 2018, 2019, 2015, 19, 2017. Oh boy, that's good. These were posted, like I'm talking about the pinned ones, like by the actual developers. They haven't posted anything in 2 years. 2 years. But there's been people that have been talking. You don't play it often. I heard there's a really good lead pipe in the game. I believe you can take loot off skeletons and revive them to work for. What? Oh, no? Oh, okay. You have me really intrigued because, of all the games I play, like Diablo 3, Grim Dawn, I want you now, Stotts, to investigate Grim Dawn. For an ARPG game, it's a wonderful game. It's awesome. But yeah. Yeah, no, this does look pretty interesting. But because I know so little about it, I'm worried about, like, the replay in Diablo is you can always get loot that's better. You can crank up the difficulty. You can increase your stats. There's always something that keeps bringing you back forever and ever, right? It's almost like unlimited replay value. The hell happened there? We went from that to Super Seducer. What in the blue hell just happened there? There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're neglecting it, but I wish their last message to the community wasn't 2 years ago. You know what I mean? 2 years, that's a long time. That's a very long time. Yeah, so I am definitely intrigued. But yeah, I am going to have to go, though. It's been almost 2 hours. I was going to get more into Tropico, but yeah, whatever. Rambled on for a bit about some other stuff. I'll have to see if there's a way if I can check this out. Let's see. Oh, you can? Cool. Well, for now, I'm going to take a break. I'm a bit tired. I want to play some Tropico, relax, get ready for supper, stretch my legs, play some guitar. Haven't done that yet today. And think about what I want to do for tonight. Like what game I might want to play. I definitely don't want to just ramble on about news all the time, obviously. I don't often do that. I just want to keep it simple, especially for tonight. Just gaming and chatting about normal stuff. but I'm not too sure. I'm probably gonna play a bit of Tropico there. It depends if I play for like the next 3 hours on my own, I might be Tropicoed out for tonight there, but I'll just kind of see. I might examine this game. There might be a way for me to, you know what I'm saying? I might be able to test a demo of the game. Okay. I might try it before I buy it, kind of thing. If you catch my drift, I found a spot that I can borrow it before I commit to buying. Just kind of get a feel for it. So I might give that a shot as well. There was a new update for my graphics card. The other thing I want to do tonight, really quick, is I may want to give Call of Duty another shot on PC, closing some apps in the background with the new graphics driver that I got just yesterday to see if that makes a difference, to see if it's like a little bit better optimized, so that I might be able to stream that game a little bit better. As I said, I can always play it on PS5, but I really do prefer playing it on PC because of mouse and keyboard, as I don't feel like spending $100 or whatever on a half decent mouse and keyboard for my PS5 just to play one game, right? What's a Kenshi? $33. Jesus. Get me a cheaper game. A free roaming squad based RPG focusing on open ended sandbox gameplay features rather than a linear story. Be a traitor, a thief, a rebel, a warlord, an adventurer, a farmer, a slave. Who the fuck wants to volunteer to be a slave? Or just food for the cannibals? What? Research new equipment and craft new gear. Overwhelmingly positive. I swear to God, if you end up making me buy all these fucking games. What is this shit? In a vast open world, choose your own path. Wow, they really let you customize your dude. I kind of wanted to see some action really quick. A bounty hunter. That's funny. Oh, you could build. Okay. Like a real-time strategy game. Did he just lose his legs? That's fucking hilarious. He had like no legs and he was crawling with his arms. What's working? It's hilarious. Where is it? Right there. Oh no. Oh, he's missing an arm and a leg or something. That's what happens to people that give the stream a thumbs down. Though. Yeah, that looks interesting. You can be whatever you want. Almost reminds me of that other game I was playing. A little bit, not really. Oh, there, battle. That's what I want to see. And then I gotta go for real. It's all about the battle. Oh, you know what's a game I started getting into, Stotts? Total War, Warhammer 2, and Total War 3 Kingdoms. I'm really into those games as well. Yeah, it looks like it might be interesting. Do you actually play this game? Why would I hate it? I hate the price. Hey, take it easy. Right. All right, I do got to go, though, before I eat my arm. But I might be back in a few hours, and like I said, it'll give me some time to figure out what I want to play for tonight and go from there. But yeah, because it's been 2 hours. All right, thanks for stopping by. And 4, 5, 6, 7. I should be back in about 3-ish hours or so. All right. Maybe I'll see some of you then.